triangulation, and Pythagoras theory. But these stones were arranged 4,000 years or more before the Greeks supposedly invented geometry. Eric von Daniken wonders who taught the megalithic builders such knowledge. He believes that extraterrestrials came to Earth and encoded a message in the stones of Karnak. What is this message? We just don't know. At the bottom of the world, in a land frozen in perpetual ice, von Daniken believes there's more startling evidence that beings from another world left their mark on the Earth. In 1531, Orontius Phineus drew this map of Antarctica, but Antarctica was not discovered by man until about 250 years later in 1773. How could Orontius Phineus map a continent which didn't officially exist?
Antarctica is the one continent on the face of the Earth that is truly lost. It is buried beneath 2 miles of ice, and we have absolutely no idea what lies underneath the ice. The existence of these ancient maps that show us Antarctica deglaciated is, in my view, an invitation to a great deal of research to what may lie beneath that ice, possibly the lost continent that is spoken of in all the myths and traditions of mankind, the home perhaps of a great lost civilization.
What is even more mysterious than Phineus knowing about a continent that hadn't been discovered is that Phineus appears to know what Antarctica looked like before it was covered with ice, and that was over 100,000 years ago. How could he have known the continent's shape before it was frozen under a mass of ice?
The plain fact of the matter is that hundreds of such anomalous maps exist, which show Antarctica in fantastic detail, and sometimes actually as it looks underneath the ice that now covers it. We've only known how the subglacial topography of Antarctica looks since the 1950s, when seismic surveys were taken across the ice cap. These ancient maps show us a deglaciated Antarctica. There's a huge mystery here which scholars are not addressing, and it cannot be ascribed to coincidence.
We are left to consider profound questions. Questions which force us to re-examine our ancient history. Eric von Daniken believes Orontius Phineus drew his map based on an even older source map created by gods. Only visitors from the sky, von Daniken maintains, had the sophisticated technology necessary to see through the ice to chart the landmass below. We don't know, but this map could be evidence that our planet was once surveyed from the air by beings from another world.
This is the temple of Osiris in Abydos, in Central Egypt. One of the most mysterious gifts has come down from heaven to earth. It is the so-called jet pillar. It has been suggested that it could be a symbol of fertility, or maybe a symbol of eternity, but also a symbol of power. What power? Do they maybe mean electricity?
Eric believes the Jed pillar could have been used as some kind of electrical insulator, similar to the ones at the top of modern pylons. But did the Egyptians have a way to generate electricity in the first place? According to von Daniken, a strange, metal-lined vessel was found not far from central Egypt. From the outside, this exact replica looks like an ordinary clay jar. But when von Daniken pours in a common acidic liquid like vinegar, this strange jar generates electricity like a battery. Now von Daniken searches for the ways that the ancient Egyptians might have used this electricity. In the basement of the Temple of Dendera in southern Egypt, his investigation uncovers a possible answer.
In this basement, there were different crypts, and in one of these crypts we have fantastic reliefs on the wall.
Von Daniken thinks something can be seen that may look like a cord which leads to a socket. Attached to the socket might be some kind of filament, and on the outside is a transparent bubble. Could this be an image of an ancient Egyptian light bulb? Von Daniken and his colleagues decided to test this hypothesis in the laboratory.
We made a model of this electric bulb exactly in the same measurement. Would it work? Would it function? And it functioned. It works.